Hello, everybody. It's Bill's that college football guy here with another video. It is bright outside. Let me take a little bit of a tour, shall we? I was going to do this out here, and then all of a sudden, see how, blinded by the light. The sun's literally right in my face. I said, you know what? We're going to shoot this in here. We'll put this back down. Y'all going to see the life of luxury in a truck. Yeah, well, it is what it is, folks. So, let's get over my little seat here. Apologize for this, but I want to get this video done. I promised to do a video on the coaching carousel. I promised to get one done here for you. And I looked at it going like, wait a minute. We've had two coaches that got let go on October 20th, but are there anybody else? I could go into replacement candidates, but the fact is there's an interim candidate right now. We don't know how they're going to do. We don't know everything else. So it's kind of work without a net. I'm only doing the head coaching jobs, but coordinators will be here till September of next year to try to go all the coordinator jobs. But what I'm doing here is I thought of all the coaches that were under 500 and, 3 and 4, 2 and 5, whatever, and see how we'd rank them and see if their seat's warm. Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it hot? One of them, I think the seat's in flames. It's on fire. So we'll start off with the ACC. We'll do the A4 first, then we'll get to the G6. Cal. Justin Wilcox. Believe it or not, Justin Wilcox is in his right now he's in his 8th season at Cal. He's 39 and 47. Is he in danger of firing? This is Cal. Cal's not exactly known for being a football juggernaut. Unless he does something absolutely egregious, I don't see him getting fired. If another bad year, maybe, but 3 and 4 for Cal is pretty damn good. So I think his seat's cold. This one's not. Mac Brown. Matt came out of retirement to come back to UNC. There was the game earlier this year that he said that I'm not the guy to lead you. I'm not the head coach. And at the end of the game, he changed his mind. I think Mac Brown's kind of like Nick Saban in a way that he's not from the NIL era. He's not built for it. He's an old school head coach. This is not his bag. Some say that maybe mutually agree to part ways. No. I think Mac's done. I think he's just like, you know what? I've coached long enough. Time to ride off in the sunset. And I think he's going to announce his retirement. Not, mutually part ways to go get a job somewhere else. I think he's just going to retire and say, you know what? I'm done. Because this is going to happen no matter where I go. I think he's done. 2 and 5, Stanford, Troy Taylor. 5 and 14 in 2 years. So he was 3 and 9 last year, folks. His seat's cold. He's not going anywhere. Only his second year. I don't think so. This is the one that's interesting. Michael Norvell from Florida State, 1 and 6 right now with the Blue Hell. 6th year. This is his 6th year as a head coach. He is 32 and 23 at FSU. So if you take that monster 13 and 1 season out, which was last year, you take that record out, that 13 and 1 season they had, 19 and 22. At FSU. Is his seat hot? No. Is it warm? Yeah, it's warm. If it gets any worse than this, and the big story going around, would Florida State fire Norvell, even though they just hired him to me, Jimbo Fisher-esque $10 million contract? They're throwing money around with the lawsuits. We throw money around to get out of this deal? And then try to convince Deion Sanders to leave Colorado to come in? I don't know if they got the bucks for it. I'll be honest with you. I just realized my laundry's sitting right here. But oh well, I had to throw it out of the way because it's normally sitting in the seat where I'm at right here when I'm getting ready to relax since I'm parked for the night. Or the day right now. I'm running really early in the morning because I just came back from Texas. And so I'm done. I'll be leaving about 3 a.m. and then getting started to go home. But Mike Norvell, could his seat possibly be warm right now? Yeah, I think his seat's warm. Let's go to the Big Ten. 3 and 4 schools, we got 2. David Braun at Northwestern. Ice cold. He's in his second year. He's 11 and 9 at Northwestern. If you do the math, he was 8 and 5 in his first year. Yeah, his seat's ice cold. He's not going anywhere. Lincoln Riley, 3rd year. 22 and 12 at USC. It's been getting progressively worse. 11 and 3, 8 and 5, now 3 and 4. Could he potentially be an offensive coordinator in the NFL? That's the rumor going around. I don't know if he can handle the Big Ten. We're going to see here by the end of the year. He may take an NFL offer. Is his seat warm? No, but he may bolt. So I don't know how you want to qualify that. 2-5, UCLA. Deshaun Foster in his first year. Nobody's getting fired in year one. Okay, not happening. Purdue, you got Ryan Walters. He's in his second year. Now, they're 1-6 right now. 5-14 so far this year means 4-8 last year. Could his seat be warm by the end of this season, going into next year? Yes, his seat could be warm. Let's go to the Big 12. Unfortunately, we got 7 candidates that qualify. 5 schools at 3-4. Brent Brennan in Arizona. He's in his first year. He's not going anywhere. Gus Malzahn. He's in his 4th year at Central Florida. He's 27-20. He's having an off year. I don't see him going anywhere either. Mike Gundy, 3-4. 15th year at Oklahoma State. 169-83. If he wants to leave, he'll leave. Otherwise, let me get this stupid thing off. I'm going to ruin the phone. 169-80. Yeah, he's not going to go anywhere unless he chooses to go somewhere. And the last 2, oh yeah, their seats are hot. Neil Brown, 7th year at West Virginia, 34-33. Oh yeah, that seat's hot right now. They don't pull up the nose on this. He got an extension. They didn't. West Virginia was smart. Florida State, I'm sorry, you weren't. West Virginia had 1 good year. Okay, we're going to give you a short extension. They didn't do a 10-year extension. They did a little small one. So that way it's less money for the buyout to get him out of there. And so right now, if I'm wrong on that, let me know in the comments, West Virginia fans. But yeah, his seat is hot right now. He may be gone by the end of he may be gone before the end of the year. Dave Aranda at Baylor, 5th year, 26-29. Unless he pulls the nose up, he's done at the end of the year. That's a hot seat right now. He's going to have to get it warm. He's going to have to pull the nose up and do something spectacular here. Like when you're 3-4, you're going to have to win for your next 5. That's what you're going to have to do. Now, 2-5, Kansas. Lance Leipold, 4th year, 19-26 at Kansas. Look, Lance Leipold is one of the best coaches Kansas has ever had. He wants to be there. He wants to kind of make it like a forever home. For Kansas, Coach Lance Leipold wants to stay. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. In Houston, Willie Fritz, he's in year 1. They're 1-5. They're 2-5 right now, same as Kansas. He's not going anywhere. He's just trying to build the thing, so he's not going anywhere. All right, SEC, we got 3. 1-3-4, Mark Stoops in his 12th year. The all-time winningest coach in Kentucky football history. The reason I say that, you know what his all-time record is at Kentucky? 66-69, and he's the winningest coach in that school's history. And you wonder why they say Kentucky football's bad. But yeah, they're going to make a statue of him out front of the stadium. The reason he didn't leave for another job is why leave to follow somebody else's legacy when you can build your own and be the greatest coach that school's ever had? It may not be the best record, but he's their guy. He could stay as long, unless the wheels completely fall off, he could stay until he retires. Hugh Freeze, 2nd year at Auburn. He's 8-12. Could his seat be warm if he doesn't get pulled the nose up? Yeah, his seat can be warm. And lastly, Mississippi State with Jeff Lebby, 1-6. He's in his first year. So realistically, are any of these guys on the hot seat in the SEC? No, they're not. Now we're going to get into the G6. East Carolina. Well, Mike Houston got fired on October 20th. Blake Harrell, the defensive coordinator, has been named the interim head coach. He's not going to get fired, please. He's got to build up his resume to see if he can become a candidate to be the full-time head coach. He's got to work on that. South Florida, Alex Golesh is in his 2nd year. He's 10-10. No, he's not going anywhere either. He's fine. UTSA, 3-4 also. Jeff Traylor, 5th year, 42-18. They're having a bad year. The first bad year they've really had since Jeff Traylor took over. He's not going anywhere either. That's down there. Now, 2-5s, we got a different story here. Stan Drayton at Temple, 3rd year. He's 8-23. Oh yeah, that seat's hot. If he doesn't pull the nose up on this thing, there is no way he's keeping his job. I just don't see it. Now here comes an interesting situation. It's also 2-5, but Rice, Mike Bloomgren, in his 7th year, he's 24-51. You're looking at going 24-51, and he still has his job. He's coming off back-to-back bowl appearances. So number one, you went to back-to-back bowl games. So what was his record before then? I didn't write it down, but just picture that. Rice is not exactly known for high-powered football. He's not that kind of. It's not that kind of program. So him doing this, I get it. So I don't see him going anywhere. But if they have another bad year, they might make a change. I don't know. Florida Atlantic, we have right now 3 coaches right now in a row, 2-5, 1-6. All of them in their 2nd year. Tom Herman at FAU, name familiar, former Texas head coach, 6-13 in 2 years. Kevin Wilson, former Indiana head coach at Tulsa, 2nd year, 6-13 as a head coach. Trent Dilfer at UAB, 2nd year as head coach. He's 5-14. All 4-8 last year. They don't pull the nose up. They're not going to get fired, but that seats are going to be warm for next year. Conference USA. 3-4 school we got here, Louisiana Tech. Sonny Cumbie, his 3rd year, he's 11-25. They say with the recent win he got, he pulled off. The seat's not as hot. I think he's still going to have to pull the nose up and do something big here. He's going to have to win 2 of his last 5 games to get 5-7, which would be a big jump for him. And I think he needs to do at least that to have a shot at keeping his job. We have 2-5 New Mexico State. Tony Sanchez, that's in his 1st year, so he's not going to get fired. FIU 2-6. Mike McIntyre, 3rd year. Are you familiar with some people? Mike McIntyre is a former Colorado head football coach. 10-22. I think that seats. FIU does have some things there. They have some worries and whatnot. I think that seat might be getting a little bit hot, folks. Also 2-6. Middle Tennessee State. Derek Mason, the former Vanderbilt head coach. Stanford, DC. He's in his 1st year. He's not going anywhere. Kennesaw State, Brian Bohannon. This is their 1st year in FBS. They just got their 1st ever win against Liberty, literally a couple days ago. He's got to pass, okay, because he's bringing the program to FBS. They're going to have to give him some time. UTEP, 1-7. Scotty Walden, also in his 1st year. I know who Scotty Walden is because I live in Tennessee. He was the Austin Peay head coach for 4 seasons. Took over as the head coach, his first FBS job at UTEP. He's only 34. Yeah, he was not even 30 when he was the head coach of Austin Peay. And did a great job. UTEP's got a good young coach there, but he needs time. They need time. He did great recruiting at Austin Peay. He's doing great so far. He's doing good recruiting. I'm not going to say great. Good recruiting at UTEP. We'll see how that goes. Now, an Independence, only 1 school qualified. That's UMass. They're 1-6. Don Brown, he's in his 3rd year. He's on the hot seat. He's 5-26 at UMass. But UMass has a different standard, though. And Don's is a former legend there. He had quite a few great years previously as a head coach. So they might give him a little bit more rope. But man, 5-26, yikes. The MAC. 3 schools are 3-4 right now. Bowling Green, head coach Scott LaFleur, who's in his 6th year. He's 23-39. He's coming off back-to-back bowl appearances. Tough game against Penn State. I think they're going to give him a little bit of rope. I think that seat's warm for right now. Miami of Ohio, Chuck Martin. He's in his 11th year. They're 59-66. He's coming off 3 consecutive bowl appearances. I don't think it's going to be warm at all. I just think he's going to be fine. Central Michigan, Jim McElwain. His 6th season there. Jim McElwain, some fans remember him, former Colorado State head coach, former Florida head coach. He's 500. The Mendo, he's 32-32. Is his seat hot? No, but it might be warm because they're expecting a little bit more there. But then again, who knows? Ball State, 2-5 so far this season. Mike New, 9th season, 39-61 so far in his 9th season so far. I would normally say the hot seat, but Ball State's not exactly known for a lot of football power. But it's got to be at least warm right now. Akron. Joe Moorhead, third season, 1-6 so far, 5-26. That seat's not hot. That sucker's in flames, and it's slow roasting you right now. You're getting flame broiled while sitting on that thing. I don't think, unless he gets to a bowl, unless they somehow 1-6 and they win 5 straight games and he gets a chance to go to a bowl game, I don't see a way they're going to keep him. Kent State, Kenny Burns in his second year. They're 0-7 right now. He's 1-18 at Kent State. His seat's not hot. They're not going to fire him right now, but it's definitely gotten warm. Mountain West Conference, we got a few schools here. 3-5, we got New Mexico. Bronco Mendenhall, first year. He's not going anywhere. Same thing with 2-5, Nevada. Jeff Choate, first year. He's not going to go anywhere either. Hawaii, Timmy Chang, former legendary Hawaii quarterback, is in his third year. He's 10-23. Because of his status, do they really want to fire him after 3 years? I don't see me on the hot seat, but I think that seat's getting warm. I think that seat's getting warm, folks. You know. Wyoming, Jay Sawvell, he's in his first year. He's not going anywhere either. He's on there. Utah State, we know the series with Blake Anderson, who got fired for all that situation. We're going to know about that. Nate Dreiling is the defensive coordinator, is the interim head coach. We'll see how all that goes for him. Air Force, Troy Calhoun's in the 18th year. They're 1-6. 1-6. This is by far the weirdest year Air Force has ever had because they have never been this bad this early. Give me an idea. Troy Calhoun, 18th season, 131-88 at Air Force. I don't care if he goes 1-11. They're not firing him. He's there for as long as he wants to be there because just, man. Now I'm going to get to the Sun Belt. 3-4 schools. We got 2 2-4s, which is a little weird because of how games went. South Alabama's Major Applewhite. He's in his first year. He's not going anywhere. The 2-4 schools, App State, Sean Clark. App State's having a very bad year, but he's 37-22 in 5 years. He's not going anywhere. Del McGee's in his first year as a head coach at Georgia. They're 2-4. Okay, there. Southern Miss just fired Will Hall. They're 1-6. Reed Stringer, was an assistant head coach. He's going to be taking over as the head coach. We'll see how that goes. First ever head coaching job. And Troy, 1-6. Gerard Parker, he's in his first year, so he's not on the hot seat. So who could be potentially on the hot seat? Let's see. In the ACC, Mac Brown's leaving. I think he's retiring, so these are not even the hot seat. He's just going to walk. Mike Norvell, is his seat getting warm? Oh, yeah. Big Ten, I don't think anybody, because it's second year, third year, I don't think anybody in the Big Ten's in danger. The Big 12, I think Dave Aranda and Neil Brown are probably coaching their last games as their respective years as head coach. I don't see them getting rid of anybody else right now. SEC, nobody. AAC, we had a new head coach at East Carolina, so that's a fluid situation there. Who else? Stan Drayton at Temple could be out on his way out the door. Mike Bloomgren at Rice could be on his way out the door. Conference USA, Sonny Cumbie could be in trouble. Mike McIntyre at FIU could also be in trouble. UMass, Don Brown, he's a legend status, but he definitely could be in trouble there. The MAC, Scott LaFleur possibly could be in trouble, even though he had back-to-back bowls with that bad record. Mike New could be in trouble at Ball State. Joe Moorhead's definitely in trouble. He's probably gone at Akron, and Kenny Burns is going to be on a short leash next year. Mountain West, I don't see anybody getting fired here. Nobody. I mean, Jimmy Chang's on the hot, a little bit of hot seat, but he's warm right there. I don't see them getting rid of him. The Sun Belt, I don't see anybody there. So we're going to have some head coaching vacancies. So to make this simple, rather than the names of the coaches, it's universities. Do this quickly. Where the coach could be in danger. A job's going to be opening up. Well, North Carolina, I think. North Carolina. West Virginia and Baylor. East Carolina, because they have an interim head coach, Temple, Rice potentially. FIU. UMass potentially. They're on the outside down there. Ball State, Akron, Hawaii, maybe. Southern Miss, the job's already open. So that's basically where we look at where the head coaching jobs are going to be. Does any of these jobs sound appealing to you? The UNC job, I mean, is the only one out of the power. I mean, UNC, West Virginia, Baylor are the power jobs, the autonomous jobs that are going to be open. Tell me another. All these job openings, or there's somebody here that I missed you think is going to be hot seat. Let me know about this down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching this video. Wow, crazy week down to Laredo, back up. Hopefully I got enough hours to get home. Otherwise I told them I'm calling an audible and I'm dropping it at my home terminal rather than the one further up to where it's got to go, so I can make sure I can get home. I'll be damned if I'm sending 34 hours in another terminal and then getting home on Wednesday morning or Tuesday morning. I'll be damned if I'm going to do that. So again, thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't done it already, do me a favor, smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, helps the people know, hey, this video is being watched. We need to pay attention to this and promote it more. Comment on the video, where did I do right, what I do wrong. Barbecue me, I know you're going to. Let me know in the comments, share the video if you want to, and if you haven't done it already, check out some of the other videos I've done. If you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. Try and get this thing to grow here. If you want to follow me on Twitter, on X, the link's going to be in the description. Oh, and for those who asked, when I do the recap video on Sunday, yes, I was asked, DM'd, and asked in comments of various videos. I will be putting up my record for the predictions, what I did head-to-head and what I did against the spread. I'm going to put those up for this week, what I did during the week. And then, of course, I'll be rebroadcasting those numbers when I do my pick video, probably Monday or Tuesday. Actually, probably it's going to be Monday, because I'm going to be doing a little bit of the state of the ACC, Big 10, Big 12, and SEC during the week. I've been ignoring the autonomous schools, and as I've been told privately, that if you're going to be broadcasting everybody, don't stick just to the G6, show everybody. But I was doing the G6 to show them love because they normally don't get it. So, as to let you know what guys are going on right now, that is subject to change because I have no idea what my work week's going to be, so we'll see what happens. So, again, thanks everybody for watching. Crazy week. I look beat up, and I know it, but it's what it is. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Be safe out there. Crazy people on the roads right now, and please, be good to each other.